This is the Pendorra pen, and what I want to know is this just a fake Apple Pencil, or is it a legitimately good stylus? So when the company that makes the Pendorra pen, that's Pendorra with 2 R's, emailed me, I was very confused because they really didn't tell me anything about what this was. They sent a picture, which, you know, was it drawing on an iPad as you would expect, you know, it's a stylus, so I knew that it was that. But other than that, I really had no information, and when I went on their website, it literally just had a picture and, you know, an order sheet so that you could buy one for $40. Now since then, their website has been updated, although it still doesn't shed all that much light on what this is. So, as far as I can tell, what this is a rechargeable fine point stylus. At the top you have a button that turns it on. It goes to sleep automatically. You can't turn it off. Although sometimes it goes to sleep when, you know, when the battery dies. They say that it works with many apps and many devices, which, you know, I would hope that it does because, you know, it's a stylus. You also don't need to pair this like an actual Apple Pencil, although it's very clear where they got their design cue from. It does look familiar. One thing that I thought is actually very clever about this pen is the way the cap with the button has a sort of a USB socket. So you actually kind of plug the pen into its own little button there. So it turns on by, you know, sending a signal through the USB, you know, port thing. That's pretty clever, actually. The build quality is very good. It's aluminum. Even the top with the button thing is all aluminum. The only plastic part is the ring and this tip area. But as far as holding it, it's very sleek, it's very round, it's very comfortable to hold, much like an actual Apple Pencil, although the actual Apple Pencil is plastic. So I actually had a couple people test this out, and most of them were very pleased with the user experience. They thought it was a very good stylus. So I did a little bit of research to see how this thing compares to other hard fine point styluses that you can buy, and it's pretty much in the middle of the pack. There are some that cost less, around the $25 mark, and there are some that can cost $60 and up. All of them are rechargeable. All of them will obviously work with every application, but you know, this is really just a pretty high quality stylus. You can tell it's a very new company as well because, you know, when you look them up, they're like the 7th result and they actually have a typo. Now, as far as charging this thing, it's a little inconvenient, to say the least, because, you know, they show it on the box plugging into an iPad. However, this is a micro USB port, so that's not going to happen. Fortunately, though, they do include an adapter that you can plug it into, which is super nice of them, and it has a USB Type A connector on it, so you can plug it into anything except a new MacBook Pro, or MacBook for that matter. You can also then plug this into a wall brick to get much quicker charging from the wall, and that's a super elegant look, by the way. Writing on your phone with your wall thing. Not that you'd probably do that, but then you just have this sticking out of the wall. So as far as, you know, charging solutions go, it's kind of similar to the Apple Pencil in that it's kind of awkward. When you plug it into a computer, it just kind of sticks out the side like a pink unicorn horn. Now, would I recommend this device? Well, it depends, because if you are looking for, you know, a fairly inexpensive stylus that you plan to use on multiple devices, this guy will do you just fine. There's no Bluetooth pairing, you just plug it in and go. But if you're a really serious iPad artist, now this is specifically iPad artists, maybe an Apple Pencil is worth it. Those gyroscopes and all of the specialized features that Apple has shown off for the Apple Pencil are pretty useful when it comes to iPad art. So that's it for this video, guys. If you are a stylus expert and you know everything there is to know about styluses, please leave a comment down below. Perhaps we can all come together and educate each other as to the Pendorra pen and or any other types of styluses that you might be interested in using. Styluses? Styly. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to leave a like if you like this video, or leave a dislike if you think I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about and you are better than me.